Hello and welcome to what is technically our second week of technology and society, or sociology and technology. I'm going to get that name changed to actually technology and society. But anyway, welcome to this class. My name is Dr. Mark Kavanaugh, and I will be your instructor for this class, this online class. My practice, if you've never had classes with me before, is for my online classes. I post a video like this every Monday morning, the start of the week. I go over what's due for this week and ideas, and maybe talk about the week before and how things went. And then you're ready to go for the rest of the week for the assignments that are due on the following Sunday. So this will be our Monday routine. Getting together here not really together, but you watch my video each morning. Now, this course is brand new. My expectation was to complete the design of this course over the summer, and that did not happen. So I am creating the course week to week. I have it all laid out and planned out and outlined and whatnot, but I'm creating the course materials as we go. So right now, you're not going to see a whole lot in this class except what is due this week. So because it's in an online class, all that you're going to be doing is contained within our learning management system, or LMS, a website that's specifically designed for the delivery of educational content called Brightspace. It's the one adopted by KV and the entire community college system and entire University of Maine system. So a well-used platform for doing this kind of thing. Now, you may have taken classes in Brightspace before. You may have used Brightspace in different ways. I thought we'd take a little tour as to how I use Brightspace within my department. And it's a very, very straightforward and simple. So here we have the entry page into the course. And this is where, of course, you're seeing this video right here. I haven't posted it yet, but this is the announcement section. Please come into here once a day, because I'm going to use this announcement section to tell you what's coming up. I post these videos, and I also give you information as to when things are graded. So once I've graded something, I post an announcement saying this is graded. Go get the feedback and your grade in order to bring that learning process full cycle. I mean, I teach. You demonstrate teaching, I respond to it, but you have to read that response in order to fulfill that circle of learning. So be sure to check in there every day. In addition to this section right here, there's only one menu item up here that you need to be concerned about, and that is content. And once we're in content, there's really only two links: the overview of the syllabus, and then the course timeline. These are the only places that you really have to worry about. The overview of the syllabus, the overview and syllabus is the basic course information here. A little video on how to use Brightspace. And then the information about where I'm putting the content, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. Contact information for me, support and resources. This is me as the department chair, and this is my boss, Dean Engelhardt, and then a copy of the course syllabus down here that you can download, print, certainly read it, that kind of thing, this page. So once you're done with this page, most of the time you're going to be spending is down here in the course timeline. So if we click on that, what we see is instructions about what the course timeline is about. There's references here to a course book. Now, because I didn't prepare all this material in advance, my course books are single documents that contain all the chapters and lessons that for the entire class, all in one document. I wasn't able to put that together, so as I'm preparing those, I'm uploading PDF versions of each chapter. So chapter 1 is currently uploaded into the timeline. So you go down here. Here was week 1 where we took the week off here, and here's this week. Okay? And what you see are 3 links. There's a link to the actual content in the class for chapter 1, and then there's a link to the discussion and a link to the assignment. Now, if you click on this, which is the first thing to do, you want to read Chapter 1. This will open up as a PDF. You can download this, keep a copy for yourself. Chapter 1, called Technology and Society. I first go into what is sociology. Now, it's important to understand that I'm approaching this class as an alternative to SOC101. So we're going to be covering some basic elements of sociology, but within the context of the change and impact that technology has had across history and certainly currently in our time. So this chapter is sort of going into some of the stuff that is a deep dive in intro to sociology. So I just simply open up with, getting to know what is sociology. We look at the learning incomes, and in this class, in this chapter, we're going to discuss the impact of technological change on personal culture, and we're going to apply the 5 perspectives to a component of current technology. Now, to learn about all this stuff, you move into the teaching section. And this goes, and you read all this stuff and study this. Here I go into the perspectives, and I provide an application. Basically, I've chose the television to go over these perspectives. And just as a little teaching moment, perspectives are the ways in which sociology views things. So there's different perspectives. You kind of look at them like glasses, like different colored glasses. You might have heard of like rose-colored glasses make everything look rosy. You're putting on, in this case, the functional perspective. What is the function of this technology in society? Then we looked at the conflict perspective. What inequalities does this technology bring about? And then we go into symbolic interactionist, which is what does this technology mean to me? What's meaning, or what does it enable me to do? Then postmodern perspective, how does this technology relate to communication and consumerism? And then finally, we get into rational choice theory. How does this technology teach me to act in certain ways? This is how sociologists view the world. And we're going to be continually referring to these different perspectives as we take on different kinds of technology in this course. So we're going to talk about communication, transportation, housing, food distribution, all of these things, and how changes in technology affect all of these things, these perspectives. These are the tools, these are the basic ways in which we're going to apply the sociological imagination, which is actually the process of applying sociological theory to understanding the world. And we're going to be doing that over and over through this class. So understanding these basic perspectives is going to be very important. The content continues to carry you through each one of those. And then we look at according to sociologists, the major factors that impact change in our society. And here we see technology as one of them. Globalization, technology, urbanization, population, and the environment. Each one of these are major factors that are changing our society. I go through each one of them, and I leave technology right there. I think I left out the environment. Whoops. Sorry about that. So maybe I'll update this document and put environment back in. Then we get into assessment. This section of each chapter describes what it is that I want you to do. Now, we saw in the course timeline that there's a discussion and there's an assignment. So what you'll find in this particular chapter is a description of the discussion right there. I introduced the notion that technology changes our culture. Relate an instance when something has changed. What did, any piece of technology, and I really want you to think expansive about technology. This cup, the ability for me to have a container that is portable to carry hot liquids around is a piece of technology. We often think of technology as electronics. It's not just that, it's everything. Everything. Square buildings is a technology. Lights is a technology. Even ideas, different ways of approaching things, like when we discovered that germs cause illness. That was a change in our technology of understanding things, anything that advances our thinking and changes our thinking. And think about that, how much that changed our world to a point at which people didn't understand that. And then we get introduced to germ theory, and we may not have liked having to wash our hands as much as we did, but we understood why. All of us have we understand that germs exist and that germs cause disease. Imagine what that was like before that was well known. People were dirty and they remained that way and they didn't care and they touched each other's food and we're pretty lucky to live in the time that we are. So back to the course book here, back to the chapter, we have a description of the assignment here. And in this particular case, well, in all of the assignments, I do a purpose. I define the skills specifically for this assignment, and then I go into the task describing what you're going to do. Here I give an example of this from my sociology class, and then here's your grading rubric that exists within Brightspace as well. So you saw in the chapter, I took on television as my technology as an example of all of those perspectives. And again, I'm going to update for the environment one, because that's an important one for there. So I will be updating this document. So I take television, I look at television through each one of those lenses. Okay? I want you to take another piece of technology. A change maybe that you experience, maybe the same one you talked about in the discussion. And I want you to look at each one of those perspectives. I want you to look at it from the functional perspective, conflict perspective, symbolic interactionist, postmodern, exchange. Environment. Anyway, look at it through those perspectives. So I'm asking you to do that as the assignment. You'll go in, you'll look at things from those different perspectives, and that's what I'm asking you to do. So it's practicing what I exemplified, not only in the example paper, which does not look at technology, but in the examples that I have in the actual chapter itself. That's going to be the course. Every week, I'm going to try and move ahead, and trying to get this done early in the semester so they're all there. But you'll see every week I'm going to post the PDF of the chapter and then direct links to where you're going to participate and submit the work to demonstrate your learning. So that's essentially how the whole course is going to go. So I urge you to you're certainly going to have to get to know Brightspace if you haven't had a lot of experience in there. I have instructions about submitting documents to Brightspace, about taking quizzes, about participating in discussions and learning that skill set. So for the rest of the semester, we can just really focus on technology and society. I'm actually very excited about this class. I've been wanting to develop this class for quite some time. It's been in discussion for quite some time. And it draws together two of my passions, which is of technology itself, just as an entity and how I know it has shaped society, and my study of sociology and psychology. And certainly, there's going to be some content where I'm talking about personal impact of technology, the portable learning, portable devices right now that enable us to communicate, the role of social media. These not only have impacts on our social lives and our social world, but they have impacts on our psychology. I will not be refraining from including that information. And these are powerhouse technologies that have affected our lives. And we even have a chapter on artificial intelligence. Not just Chat GPT and other language generation, but certainly the Internet of Devices, the Internet of Things, and how AI may impact our lives. I'm hoping, actually, to make a connection with this class. You can look forward to that if you have any interest in AI. There is an institute that has been developed at Colby College, where I also teach. And I was talking to the person who was just hired as a director of that institute. And they're going to be doing some lectures and presentations there open to the public. And I'm hoping to integrate some of that into this class as ways in which you can go out and learn more about these ways that these are going to impact our lives. And I think those of you who are in the trades taking this, you're kind of on the front end of this. Trades have been using AI for quite some time in ways that are sometimes hidden from us, but the computers that lay out, power lines, the power grid itself, the construction materials, the actual construction of materials that will withstand particular weather conditions and soil erosion and whatnot. These are being developed using AI just for rapid prototyping. And so it really is something that is already here, already embedded. And we'll get into that and hopefully have some exciting times, maybe meeting face to face. If some of you go to those lectures, I'll be going to some of them too, and maybe we can go out after and discuss what we learned at that particular lecture. And I'm really excited about adding those kinds of components to this class. There will be a participating in the community expectation. Usually in my sociology class, my regular sociology class, they have to do a service learning project. In this class, I'm going to look at something different, something along the lines of the Colby AI initiative, and looking at a project that you can get involved in, or different choices of projects that each of you can get involved in, and to learn more about that connection between technology and society, including some of the organizations that set coding, like electrical coding, building codes, and whatnot, that are often responding to changes in technology. If we introduce a new building technology, the codes need to change. Or maybe we're introducing a piece of technology in order to address a safety code of some kind. And so once that is adopted, you can see how that technology affects the codes, and then the codes affect how we do our work. Great stuff. Great stuff. So, I'm looking forward to a great semester with you folks. I know it's nebulous right now because the material's not all laid out. It's nebulous to me. I have an outline, but I'm researching and building this class as we go, and I'm looking forward to some pretty exciting content here. So, take this week to get to know the course, get to know this chapter, do the discussion, and do the assignment. Have a great week, and I will see you in the discussions. Take care.